believed that more than half of all human beings who've ever lived from the dawn of time, more than half, died with or from malaria. So the news story recently that King Tut, the mummy, had malaria, I think the real story would be King Tut didn't have malaria because it was so widespread and still is so widespread in the developing world. Well, our recipient, Carolina Barillas-Mury, is doing something about that. Born and raised in Guatemala, a medical doctor, a country where the poor people working in the coastal areas suffer from malaria, Carolina came to the United States after her medical degree to do a PhD, and then came to Europe for a postdoctoral fellowship at the European Molecular Biology Laboratory, and is now section head of the Mosquito Immunity and Vector Competence Unit at the NIH. Dr. Barillas-Mury is honored for her outstanding contributions to understanding the mosquito immune responses that affect malaria transmission. In very clever work, she's identified an explanation for why some Anopheles mosquitoes are vulnerable to transmitting the disease and others are not. Capitalization of this could be revolutionary in the prevention of malaria. A role model for women in science, Latin Americans in science, and let's face it, for all young scientists. Please join me in welcoming Carolina Barillas-Mury, a lady for all seasons. And I think we have a video.
Yes, and we discover at the same time. Please come.
My name is Carolina Barillas-Mury. I'm a senior investigator in the Laboratory of Malaria and Vector Research at the National Institutes of Health. Malaria originated in Africa and has been transmitted from human to human by mosquitoes for thousands of years.